Hey guys, I thought I'd do a really interesting kind of video talking about my opinion on some things, or on one thing about Game of Thrones, and see what the rest of you think. So it's been rumored around, well, not even really rumored. There was an interview done, and I forget which one of the creators it was that said it, or both of them, but it's widely known that more than likely next season is going to be 7 episodes, and the last season is going to be 6. So we're not going to get 10 episodes a season for the next 2 seasons. And so that's why I named this episode 20 versus 13. Uh, because I'm really under the impression that we need 10 episodes a season, especially with a show like Game of Thrones. And especially since we are veering off the books. And everything this last season was new to everybody, book readers and TV show watchers alike. Um, there's so many different characters that we're dealing with on the show. I mean, obviously the next 2 seasons, we know that we're going to be focusing on Jon Snow, Dany, um, Jon, Dany, Dorne, and the Tyrells, Jamie and Brienne. But they're also, and Bran, we know we got Sam and Gilly. We know we got the White Walkers on the move. Um, so we already have a number of things that. And look. Before I go on any further, look. I think it's amazing at how much information or how much plot and story they can fit into a single episode. So this is not me like down thinking them or anything like that, because I think what they do for Game of Thrones is absolutely spectacular. However, there are some other things. Like, we just got reintroduced to the Hound. And I swear to God, if they just piss him away, I'm going to be so freaking disappointed. Melisandre is still out there doing something. She's got to come into play again at some point. If the finale was the last time that we get to see her, then they are really losing a great opportunity to do something with her. We still haven't seen what's her face? Catelyn Stark, the Lady Cutthroat, or whatever her name is. We haven't seen her, which a lot of fans want to see. Whatever her name is, I forget. But most importantly for me is Jorah. I mean, we see Dany tell him, go find a cure because I need you at my side, or I want you at my side when I take the Iron Throne. My point is this. There are so many different characters, and there's stuff that we know is going to happen. 13 episodes? Yes. I think absolutely that with the way that the show's moving forward, they can absolutely end this show with the 13 episodes that they're planning. However, that is going to leave the Hound and Melisandre and Jorah and probably Sam and Gilly to an extent, Bran to an extent maybe, depending on what they do with him. And those are just 5 characters that I've named right off the top of my head that are going to be seriously disserviced. And I want to see an end to them. Like, I have no problem if their end game for the Hound is to bring him back and him die in some battle or have something happen to him where he gets killed. That's great. But I want to see it, And I want to get attached to him again. I want to see him with Arya again. I want to see maybe him and Brienne see each other again, there's so much that could be done in this world. And I feel, for me as a fan of the show, that if they don't stick to the 10 episode thing that they've been doing for every season, that we're going to be missing out on a lot of cool things. And I know that they are talented writers enough to be able to make a lot of things work. So I'm not going to go into any details. I thought about writing up a whole bunch of different story plots and things that I thought that I think that they could do and all that kind of stuff. But I think that's kind of the fun of the show, is everybody kind of just pondering together. So I figured we would use that to have something to talk about in the comments. So comment down below on what you would like to see with some of these characters, or even some of the characters that you know are gonna make it, through to the end more than likely. Like Danny and John. I'm almost positive Danny and John are gonna make it into the last season. Next season I'm firmly positive that they're gonna be okay. Not gonna say they're not gonna get wounded. Not gonna say they might not get anything like that, but they're gonna make it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.